They would also have another segment called Fridge Cam Friday, where they'd often ask viewers to share photos around a particular theme. So it might be, the first snow, first day back to school, show us your silly socks. You can check out Brittlestar on social. They're still doing some really cool stuff. This next example, this is J Manual Beauty. And so I actually got a chance to fly up to their offices in New York and hang out with their team to train them on how to use Switcher so that they could do this live stream announcing some of their new beauty products. It's an incredible experience. Everyone was so hands-on, and the end result was just absolutely amazing. This next example, Deion Sanders used to play for the Dallas Cowboys. There was a ESPN special where they do the 30-30 exclusives, and after that aired, the first time they did a live Q&A on Facebook using Switcher. You see his son hanging out there with him as well. They're checking a lot of comments coming in on their phone. We've got another example. This is Jeff Gordon and NASCAR, the official NASCAR social channel, making live video using Switcher. This is during the pandemic when it was hard to gather or get people in the stands. They were actually experimenting with this idea of having racers get in these rigs and playing video games where they would race against one another. And later they would use that idea to air on television. So some of the early proof of concepts for the NASCAR virtual races were actually made with Switcher. This next example is from Golf Channel. So we got to spend time with Golf Channel, and they've used Switcher behind the scenes. This wouldn't be the same content that's televised necessarily, but a lot more intimate. WWE has used Switcher. They were looking for ways to capture video for events that were not going to be televised, or to capture new routines or skits that they were practicing. So we got to see some really cool content come out of them. One that just absolutely blew me away was from Gig Power. So they were doing video on the open ocean. It had drone footage. I'm not even sure how they handled the internet, but an absolutely amazing production done here from the team at Gig Power using Switcher in a big bucket of water. This one just brings me a lot of joy. This is a radio station from the Chorus Network in Canada, and they're doing an interview talking about someone's emotional support chicken. And it's just a really cool, fun interview, and what's not to love about animals on camera. This next one is from the Huffington Post. This was their team going on site after one of the hurricanes had hit Puerto Rico several years ago, and they're showing the impact that it had and talking about the need and different ways that people can help. And so this is live on the street reporting. Just a great example of what you can do and places you can go using your iPhone as a camera. This is content they may not have covered otherwise. And this was information that people really needed at the time. Another example I really like, Sunbasket. It's one of the food delivery services, kind of like Blue Apron. They were doing cook along with me videos. So when you would get an order of food to your house and a set of recipes for that week, anyone that had the same recipe was able to follow along. And so we saw some really cool interactive cooking shows where they went step by step on the recipe, and you were able to follow along and do the same at home. And so that rounds out my top 10, but I've got one more here we're going to round it out with. Since it's February and we just came out of Valentine's Day, Clearwater Aquarium did a stream several years ago. It was an underwater proposal, and they said, I do. So there you have it. So many incredible stories have been shared with Switcher, so many amazing videos made every single day. I think there's, at this point, over 10 million videos that have been made on the platform. We are so happy to have built this awesome product, this amazing community, and to see the content and stories that you all create and the relationship that you're able to build with your own communities. So thanks again, and we'll catch you next time.